Mike 180. Mike 4. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to the air again with Mayfield, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They start to drive with White, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
20. Brings up second and 9.
Mayfield on play action. Keeps himself upright. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33 on 2nd down. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Whip. Watch the whip. Do.
Again, it's Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Check 26. He's coming. We got double up.
First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on second down. Cunningham drops it to Jones in the flat. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And who's got it? The Giants!
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw on third down. Cunningham. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Cunningham, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Yep, 180.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the... And he's got it! Touchdown, Giants! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Let's go, baby.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down, Cunningham. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Malik Collins, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now Cunningham, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Get the ball.
On 4th down, Cunningham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Cunningham, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cunningham. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 3. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Come on. Hey, got tight left.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Let's go. Do it.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So now the Bucs down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Man.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now Cunningham.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they try the sweep to Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. He's back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now all eyes shift to the Giants, trailing by 4, 43 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
180. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day. All day.
He'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
180.
Mayfield to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got this down to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete.